What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Valvetronic Designs. It really has become Porsche time here at the Valvetronic facility. Behind me, the 992 GT3RS, fitted with the factory exhaust manifolds, and it has our valve titanium rear section. Here's the objective with this platform. We know some people, they want to go full race, they want to go real crazy and have that ultimate sound in terms of the pitch and the exotic flair. But then there's some other people on the other side who might want a little bit more of a docile experience when they're cruising along the highway and want to keep those sound levels down with the valves closed. Come a little bit closer, I want to show you guys the developments of this system. We have our traditional cones from the factory headers that merge into 3-inch sections. It actually reduces to increase velocity down to 2.5, and then it gets accelerated out of the X-pipe and out these massive 4-inch titanium tips when the valves are open. On top of the X-pipe, we do have a quad-chambered muffler that helps significantly lower the sound levels when those valves are closed. Important note, these valves right now, it does have the OEM valve actuators installed, but it is running the Keys Motorsports exhaust valve controller. The objective with this is to keep those valves pinned open 100% when you're in the track or sport mode, so you get the best sound. And then of course, you're able to close it fully when you put the car back in normal and you have the exhaust button closed. What's really important about this setup is the fact that with that Keys controller, you've got that wide open experience, so it's a full free flow configuration. The valves are not gonna open like 20%, they're gonna open 100% with the Keys controller, and with the valves open, it really sounds incredible. But it's important to know that these cars are actually quite bassy inside if you don't have an optimized exhaust configuration. So, with this muffler in the configuration closed, it's really quiet, it's nice and reserved, and if you had a set of race headers on the car, which we'll show you in a later video, the car sounds like it's bone stock when the valves are closed. So this is a great OEM plus level of sound, and I think you guys are gonna really enjoy it. In the video, we're gonna showcase startup, revs, we're gonna do some flybys, we'll do launch control, we'll do hard accelerations, and we'll put a GoPro on the rear bumper, and of course, we'll tie it all together with some interior shots as well, so you know exactly how good your 992 GT3 or RS is gonna sound with this valve rear section, which we think is the most flexible setup on the market, offering great control, impeccable sound. Let's get to it. everybody, we're inside the RS right now. This is a very, very enjoyable experience. The first thing I want to talk about is the keys controller. Ultimately, the Valvetronic system does come with its own valve controller, which you can use, which has a separate key fob, but this system that integrates into the factory control modules is great. We'll have in the product listing, the keys controller will be linked below. It's a great setup and it really helps accentuate the experience you're looking for. Now, this car right now, you know, we're still low in terms of temperature, so we're gonna warm the car up, but what's really nice, I've got the remote like hidden by my side here. You can see it there, it's just hiding, tucked away. And the great thing about it is it's just open and closed. So right now I'm driving in the normal mode, and if I had the sports exhaust opened, the valves wanna close at like 1500 RPM to 4000 RPM. So you really miss a lot of the drama and excitement of driving this car around at lower RPMs. So right now you're getting a lot of exhaust. Now if I close it, basically all the noise goes away and all you hear is engine, which is really, really nice. So inside the car driving along, let's say 65 miles an hour, 7th gear. That's with the valves open. And with them closed, it's like the car is completely bone stock. You'd never know that this GT3 is modified. We're excited as well to show you in another video with the headers that you get the same experience. It's actually just better because when you put the valve rear section on and you have the headers, when you close the valves, it still sounds like the car is bone stock. So for those people who live in California or other places where they have very strict emissions regs and noise regs, you can have this exhaust rip around in the canyons, really enjoy the experience, and then you can close the valves and drive around all day, no problem, never get hassled because the car is so docile. But it's really nice to have this flexibility. We're getting some more oil temperature now. We'll dial in to track mode and show you how this setup is still very, very exotic. Everybody loves the RSR sound, and this setup really delivers. The mid-range sounds really good. A lot of motorsport sound that comes out. When you compare this system to like the factory exhaust or other setups out there, we know that we offer two setups, and they're for two very different enthusiasts. The race F1 package is for the person who just wants the most wild, exotic RSR sound. But for those people who need that flexibility and want to keep their exhaust controllable, this setup is really, really special. It's important to remember which enthusiast are you. If you need a little bit of control, this setup adds so much control, which I really, really like. Personally, me, I would run the valve setup. Just because I like having the flexibility. I like being able to close it. If you have a girl in the car, or if you're at a place where you're kind of gonna look like an asshole if you have the valves open and it's really, really noisy, it's just nice to have that control. Whether you need it all the time or maybe even just once a month, being able to close those valves and start the car is really, really nice. But that's enough talking for now. Let's enjoy.